Hello and welcome to the Cardboard Dungeons X-Wing shipbuilding videos. My name is Pat, and this time we're going to look at the TIE Bomber. Specifically, I wanted to build a support role weapons platform for a relatively low cost, so I'll be using the cheapest version of this ship, the Scimitar Squadron Pilot. What I wanted to bring to the table with this build is a TIE Bomber that doesn't cost a lot, but which also brings a good amount of options to its squadron and is able to help deal with a variety of enemy builds. Scimitar Squadron Pilot costs 16 points and has a pilot skill of 2. TIE Bombers can load 2 torpedoes, 2 missiles, and 1 bomb. I'm not using all of those slots, but I'll still be loading up a fair amount of weaponry while keeping the cost low for this build. First up is Flechette Torpedoes, which cost 2 points and are available in the E-Wing and Rebel Transport expansions. This weapon rolls 3 attack dice at ranges 2 to 3 and gives the defender a stress token if its hull value is 4 or lower. It's a nice cheap control weapon that can really mess up an enemy ship's plans for a round. What's especially nice about Flechette Torpedoes is that the attack doesn't need to hit in order to deliver the stress token, which means that you can fire it at a ship that you have very little chance of actually damaging, like a TIE Phantom, A-Wing, or Interceptor, and still give them stress, limiting their options for the following maneuver phase. Ion Pulse missiles cost 3 points and comes in the TIE Defender and Z-95 Headhunter expansions. Like Flechette Torpedoes, it rolls 3 attack dice at ranges 2 to 3. On a hit, it deals 1 damage to the defending ship and then gives it 2 Ion tokens. This is a good weapon to use against large ships, since a pair of Ion tokens is necessary to cause the Ion effect, which forces the ship to use the 1 straight maneuver template during its next activation, which of course will let you set your heavy hitters up for a big attack. Both Flechette Torpedoes and Ion Pulse missiles require that you spend a target lock to use, so you'll need to be sure to be using your actions to get those locks where you need them before firing. For its final piece of explosive armament, I'm using my favorite bomb, Proximity Mines, which costs 3 points and comes in the Slave 1 and IG-2000 expansions. I like this weapon because it drops a large template onto the board and rolls 3 attack dice against any ship that moves onto or through it, causing unavoidable damage for each normal and critical hit result. Lastly, we want to get the most possible use out of all these secondary weapons, so I'm putting the munitions failsafe modification onto the TIE Bomber. This 1-point upgrade comes in the TIE Defender and Z-95 Headhunter expansions and lets you keep any secondary weapon that would normally be discarded on use in the event that the attack roll doesn't hit. This is especially useful in combination with Flechette Torpedoes, since as I mentioned, it will still deal stress if the attack misses, and munitions failsafe lets you keep the torpedoes and fire them again and again if you keep missing. One thing that definitely needs to be mentioned here is the upcoming release of Wave 7's K-Wing and TIE Punisher heavy bombers. These ships will come with a torpedo upgrade called Extra Munitions. It costs 2 points and gives all of your torpedo, missile, and bomb weapons a second shot. I would definitely add that upgrade to this build when Wave 7's available in the near future to get even more usefulness out of the ordnance. So there's my Scimitar Squadron Pilot Support Bomber build. At 25 points, you've still got 75 points left to fill out a squadron around it. I might run a Patrol Leader Decimator with Soontir Fel running a standard full load of Push the Limit, Royal Guard TIE, Auto Thrusters, and Stealth Device. With the Decimator and Fel on the board, your opponent might ignore the TIE Bomber, letting you take shots with your torpedoes and missiles and screw up his maneuver plans. Thanks for watching the Cardboard Dungeon. Be sure to follow us on Twitter and Facebook for more updates and photos. If there's a ship or pilot you'd like to see on our X-Wing shipbuilding series, post it in the comments below and we'll make it happen. See you next time.